Welcome to the next video on the Practical Weapons channel. Добро пожаловать всем. Today is a tabletop version of the video about CAA Gearup MCK, which is the micro conversion kit by the Miami-made company, Miami-located company, I would say, CAA USA, or CAA Gearup as the website. Obviously, the video, as some people commented, that was recorded using the webcam didn't have enough details, so I'm going to cover them on my tabletop setup. Better camera, a little bit easier. You don't get to see me either. So, accessories and compatibility for the MCK. Let's start with the MCK conversion, MCKPBS, which is a QD sling mount. It is already installed on the chassis, and I have a regular version next to it. Interestingly enough, they are different. You cannot install a regular QD mount into the MCK. It does not stay, it doesn't reach. Why does that happen? And the answer is very simple. As you can see, the CAA version is simply longer by a couple of millimeters. So let's take a look at how much of a difference there is between them. So here's the UTG standard one, and it is approximately 9 millimeters. If you were to go in the Imperial system, it's about 3/4 of an inch. Here's the MCKPBS, which came in this interesting envelope. MCKPBS CAA Gearup. I think the one for the Ronnie would work as well, but no guarantees. I don't have a Ronnie version. You see, this one is not 3/4. There is another little bit of a distance, or length, I would say. And it is exactly 1 centimeter long. It's simply longer. Again, I'm going to try to show them in the video as close as possible. You can see the difference between the two. I'm going to put this back in. The one that is MCK does work, not a problem. The basic one, I'll use it in some other firearm or mount. It's not that expensive, honestly. I think the UTG one cost the same amount of money. I bought this off Optics Planet. No commercial, I'm just saying where I bought it, and it was only $14 some. The light, MCKFL, in essence, is the built-in light for the MCK. I'm not going to remove it. I have shown this multiple times. It works quite nicely. It is a 500 lumen all-light baton S1R that is in a one-side functional mount. You can not use both buttons because the light has the button only on one side. So find whichever hand you plan to use for this MCKFL and connect it that way. You can rotate it to be opposite just by rotating the install. It requires pressing this, and you can remove the light and simply rotating it for your, let's say, other hand usage. So now this works for the people that use right hand. Honestly, I think it doesn't make sense on this particular firearm because it's really not designed for the other side. It's not designed for left-handed. Not really that much or that comfortable. It's not ambidextrous in some ways. Here's the other finding I made when working with this chassis or this conversion kit. So again, safe, no ammo. If you have a Glock, in this case Glock 31, converted to 9mm, and you plan to use it with a barrel that has, in this case, threaded configuration. You can install it this way. It will sound like it works, right? It looks like it works, but it will not allow you to rack the slide. It will not actually function. So, the reason for that, I will show you in a moment. It is uncomfortable to do in some configurations in this gun, but the problem is the thread protector, not the actual barrel itself. I'm going to remove the sling for the video purpose. It's just getting in the way. If you have a threaded barrel, take the thread protector off if you want to install it into the MCK. Again, as you know, installing the gun into the MCK is extremely simple. Click until it clicks. Make sure your slide fits correctly. Rack it, insert, whatever you need to do. See, the gun is actually inserted correctly, and it is forward. Then you have to get this part functional and pull it forward until you see red. Well, guess what? It works now. I think the plastic inside is not large enough to allow for the thread protector. Obviously I cannot see, but from what I understand, the slide is here, the barrel is around here. So it's simply too large to fit a thread protector in this particular configuration. So that's all I wanted to show today. This should work just fine, and I will be testing this some more in the near future. I'm not going to go into the whole politics of whether this is a real CAA or not real CAA or CAA USA, as it says on all the bags. I don't care. It works. Yes, it doesn't have a finger. It doesn't have any kind of protection for the trigger guard and the trigger. But it has a mag holder and micro running Gen 4. That mag holder makes it AOW from my understanding. If somebody knows for certain that it does not, please comment in the video. Because from everything I read, you really do not want to install the grip/mag holder on the CAA Ronnie Gen 4. See, micro Ronnie Gen 4. And in general, this is not a bad setup. You do have to get used to the fact that some of the plastic is more than sharp enough. But once you are used to it and you're not trying to fit it into the video, it works just fine. Video as in the camera lens. It's not perfect, but it's fairly functional. Please look forward to the range video once I find a range that allows me to use camcorder in it. On this note, until the next video, and please comment on what it is you have questions about or want to see.